Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be commentating the match. I'm Dan Levinson. I am joined by Chuppa Cross.
The fourth. What's
The
up,
fourth.
guys?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's no
Yep.
four?
Nope, you're also not Chuppa Cross.
I'm not? Oh, yeah.
We're just switching it over. Give us a second, guys. But we're going to be commentating the top 8 match for today's invitation between Tiago Maltez and Joshua Lorcy.
Yeah, for a New York, New Jersey Invitational, these are two, like, very typical players to see. They've had great success in our region, like, even outside of it. They go to, other nearby areas and do well at the events pretty often. So, yeah, just two players that come to mind when you think of our region.
Yeah, and we have Tiago on stream here with a team of Groudon, Xerneas, Smeargle, Cresselia, Bronzong, and Salamence, with Joshua Lorcy with a team of Salamence, Xerneas, Groudon, Bronzong, Scrafty, and Smeargle. So pretty much big six here, but both sides opting for either a Scrafty or a Bronzong.
Or Cresselia, they both have Song. Yeah, I know Tiago's been using this kind of team for a really long time. The Bronzong is the only addition, but the rest of it has been the same. Same thing with Josh Lorcy. I know he used big something at Nationals and got top 16, but I'm not sure what lineup.
Yeah, well, we're going right into this game one of a best-of-3 series. Tiago leading with Salamence Bronzong, while Joshua leading with Salamence and Xerneas.
Yeah, from turn one, it looks like Tiago's Bronzong is going to be giving him a big advantage here. Like, Salamence Xerneas can be a good lead, but it just falls on its face against Bronzong. One of these Pokemon is almost certainly going to need to switch out, and it's probably the Xerneas.
Yeah, Bronzong definitely threatening here right now with Gyro Ball onto the Xerneas, but I'm going to have to see how both Salamences work out here. If, maybe one of them might want to set up the Tailwinds here, or maybe just go straight for Hyper Voice. So, this is going to
I think the Bronzong is the only Pokemon concerned with speed control right now. It's also like, you mentioned Gyro Ball, but I think because of Salamence Intimidate, that's just not going to be its biggest priority. It probably wants to get a Trick Room, maybe try to do some sweeping with a Groudon in the back.
Yeah, but I mean, this is going to be a very critical turn one right now because both sides leading with Salamence really plays a lot into the mind games.
Yeah, I mean, since most Salamences don't run Draco Meteor anymore, they're probably both, like, safe to stay in against each other, even though the Xerneas could end it very quickly for the opposing Salamence. But, yeah I think the Bronzong gives Tiago, like, a much better turn one.
Yep, and like you said, it even gives him an advantage. I mean, he could also potentially set up that Trick Room right now. We do see Joshua, though, switching out his Salamence, bringing out his own Bronzong. Pretty good right now as another counter in case Trick Room gets set up here. Salamence, though, is going to Mega Evolve for Tiago. Going to get that Aerial Light ability now. Protect, though, now getting set up, though, onto Xerneas. Possibly predicting Gyro Ball Double Edge.
Yeah, very safe play for Josh. He really doesn't have too much to lose. His Bronzong's just going to sponge resist attacks.
Yeah, Hyper Voice going off here, though, and Gyro Ball going to hit that Protect now. So, some chip damage done right now, but overall a pretty dead turn besides that switch into Bronzong for Josh.
Yeah, since Tiago didn't try to do anything too big, Josh, got the better turn, and now, momentum seems relatively even. I wonder if the Xerneas is going to stay in and try to take a KO on that Salamence, but the Salamence doesn't have a good reason to stay in.
Yeah, Tiago opting to switch out that Salamence, bringing out his Groudon. Groudon has that fire typing and is able to resist the fairy type from Xerneas.
In addition to Bronzong's Gyro Balls, it's just going to sponge everything pretty effortlessly.
Yeah, Groudon bringing out that Desolate Land, though, now, so we got really strong Sun out in the field. Dazzling Gleam, though, possibly trying to trap that Salamence, however, does some chip damage to both Pokemon. Hypnosis trying to get fired off on both sides. Josh misses his, but Tiago is able to hit onto Josh's Xerneas.
Yeah, both players going for the blind Hypnosis is interesting. I feel like Tiago could have gone for Gravity first pretty easily, considering he was going into Groudon. Groudon appreciates it too, but he gets rewarded a bit more for it.
Yeah, I mean, blind Hypnosis has really been going around ever since U.S. Nationals. We've been seeing a lot of that. You want to try and get the Gravity going off, but sometimes you just need to go for it, and you'll definitely be in an advantage if you're able to connect.
Yeah, and that wasn't like a really high stakes turn for it. If the Groudon had fallen asleep, like Tiago would be losing so much momentum, but his Groudon should give him like enormous momentum here.
Yeah, Joshua is opting to switch out his Xerneas, bringing back the Salamence. Going to bring that Intimidate down onto Groudon, reducing its physical attack.
Yeah, very good choice, like not to Mega on Josh's part.
Yep, as well as the Bronzong. However, Tiago switching out his Bronzong, bringing in his Smeargle. You know, Smeargle, that ever-loving Arc Dog, and its Dark Voids.
Turns out this is a heat-proof Bronzong, okay, but at -1, still takes the P-Blades.
Yeah, P-Blades connecting, and Hypnosis once again trying to get fired off. However, it misses. We see the Moody go off, but nothing really dramatic happening this turn from it.
I mean, the Salamence is good for Josh, but he can't really do anything about that Smeargle before it can, you know, get off a Dark Void.
Yeah, Smeargle is definitely a draining Pokemon no matter what it can do, because a lot of it is just mind games depending on what kind of moveset, what kind of item it's carrying. So we do see Tiago switching out his Groudon, going to be switching it into the Bronzong.
Yeah, it didn't have a real reason to stay in there. As at -1, there's no gravity up, so it could hardly damage Salamence. It's just like he'd rather preserve its health and just have it do late game sweeping, which it's a Groudon. That's never too hard.
Yep, Joshua also switching back, going to have his own Bronzong now. Salamence going to go and protect itself while Tiago gets a Dark Void and connecting onto Joshua's Bronzong. However, we'll have to see if it's carrying the ever-loving Lumberry.
Yeah, and if it is, Josh is... Oh, it's not. I was going to say it would be able to break the Spherical Sash with the Gyro, but it's interesting that he's not choosing to maybe giving it up in favor of something like Mental Herb.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of items have been going around. I know a couple rounds ago we saw the Okaberry on the Bronzong, so definitely a lot of item choices from various players using Bronzong.
Yeah, I don't know. Salamence might want to stay in here since it just gets off, like, good damage on both Pokemon with Hyper Voice. I mean, Chip on Zong, but it's going to chunk the Smeargle, and his own Bronzong can just, like, wake up at its leisure and knock the Doge out.
Yeah, Smeargle, though, I think it's going to try and go for another Dark Void, but has to be watching out for that Salamence.
Yeah.
Smeargle, though, going for the Wide Guard, probably predicting a Hyper Voice from Salamence. Yep, Salamence does go try for the Hyper Voice. Bronzong, though, is going to wake up, going to connect the Gyro Ball onto the Smeargle. Going to do good damage, about a quarter there, while Bronzong does get the Trick Room off here.
Maybe spiking would have been a bit better than Wide Guard there. I mean, I guess he preserves his Bronzong a bit better, but like it's Hyper Voice. Zong doesn't care too much.
Yep, we do see the Moody go off, nothing critical there. I know Tiago is really trying to hope for those accuracy or evasion boosts, since those are always very important going into these battles.
And the thing about the Bronzongs is, like, neither of them really wants this out of Gravity since they know their opponent can take, like, just as much advantage of it as they can. But Smeargle, like, doesn't need Gravity as desperately as Bronzong, and it's up against, like, two Pokemon. Neither of them can really protect themselves from the sleep here.
Yeah, Smeargle is going to go for that Crafty Shield, though, probably expecting a Hypnosis from Josh's Hypnosis. However, Salamence is going to be missing the Hypnosis, while Bronzong going for the Hypnosis is negated by the Crafty Shield, and Hyper Voice is going to connect and knock out the Smeargle here.
Yeah, that's the issue with, like, going for Wide Guard as opposed to Crafty, is, like, you know your Smeargle is going to eat a Gyro Ball last turn and end up in range of the Hyper Voice there.
Yeah, Tiago is going to be bringing out that Groudon, though. Going to have that Zest of the Land out again, but now has to be wary of more Hypnosises incoming.
Yeah. And I guess Tiago still has a potential Lumberry on his Bronzong intact, so he doesn't have to worry as much with that. But his Groudon, like, getting that hit with a Hypnosis would be pretty bad.
Yeah, Groudon is going to be going for that Protect, though. Who's going to get Hypnosis here? Tiago's Hypnosis is going to connect onto Josh's Bronzong, so now he's not going to be able to Hypnosis this turn.
And now he could try to go for, you know, Gravity Blades, hit both these Pokemon up for big damage, or I don't really know what else, like, Bronzong would want to do here. It's just that the issue with going for Gravity Blades is, like, if the Bronzong pulls a one-turn sleep, your Groudon is going to go to sleep. I think you kind of just have to accept it, though.
Yeah, I mean, Hypnosis is just really huge. It's whoever gets theirs to connect, and Tiago got the luck and was able to connect it there. But now we're going to see Tiago set up that Gravity, set up the Precipice Blades for incoming right now. And there is the guaranteed sleep turn for the Bronzong, while Precipice Blades is going to connect here, hitting both Pokemon.
Under most circumstances, like, Groudon might have wanted to go for a Sword Stance there, but the thing was, like, that just gives Bronzong another turn to wake up. So he kind of just has to deal with the Salamence staying alive, getting off some damage here.
Yep, Hyper Voice going off here, doing some more chip damage there, taking Groudon right under half, while Joshua is going to bring out his healthy Groudon now.
And there's 2 turns of Trick Room left, if I'm correct. So Tiago has, like, easy play of try to Hypnosis Josh's Groudon and go for either ST or P Blades. He has really great board position here.
See, so I'm just looking at the chat room right now. They're talking about the Hypnosis accuracy with Gravity. It's not 100%. But
it is.
Is it 100%?
Yeah,
Which one is the one that's not 100%? But
Grass
it's pretty
Whistle.
high?
It's like 90 something.
Okay.
But if you're 60 and above,
it's going to be 100.
Always, yeah.
Gotcha.
So even if Smeargle gets an accuracy drop, it's always going to hit under Gravity as long as there's just one accuracy drop.
Cool. Okay.
You gotta know this stuff, guys. Just know your odds as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, this is really important for a lot of players going into the World Championships in a couple weeks. We do see the Salamence, though, going for the Protect. Bronzong, though, hitting off with the Hypnosis onto Joshua's Groudon. So Tiago looking in a very good position right now.
Okay, who has the slower Groudon? Ooh, it's Josh. So if he wakes up next turn, that would be pretty good.
Yeah, Precipice Blades connecting right now. Going to hit Joshua's Groudon. Good amount of damage right there, but I think it's going to be coming down to speed ties
last
now.
turn.
And Trick Room just ending now.
I wonder if they're both min-speed Groudon, or if, like, based on that turn, you'd assume that Tiago's is faster. So, but if Tiago's, like, Groudon can go first, they can survive an attack from the Salamence, it's probably going to end the game on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw the Trick Room end right now, and now Salamence is the fastest Pokemon in the field. However, it's not going to be able to knock out that Bronzong.
Another Hyper Voice probably will get both of Tiago's Pokemon into Dazzling Gleam range.
Yeah,
well,
I think
it's going to be close on Bronzong.
I mean, I was going to say, though, I think this is the perfect opportunity for Tiago to go and set up Trick Room again. I think he needs to right here.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
But he'd have to be careful about Josh's Groudon. I mean, I guess even if it woke up or something.
Oh, and a Double Edge. That's going to be taking out Tiago's Groudon.
Yeah, Double Edge tends to do a little bit more than Hyper Voice, so if you're worried about a knockout, you can go for it, and around that range, probably going to find it.
Yeah, however, we don't see a Trick Room, though. Gyro Ball going to connect onto Salamence. Good damage there, and it's going to be taken out right now.
Oh, yeah, probably because of the Double Edge recoil. I think without that, it would have been able to survive the turn.
Yep. We're going to be seeing Josh bring out his Xerneas now, and Tiago is going to bring out his Salamence.
Ooh, yeah. With the Xerneas asleep, though, I'm not really sure how Josh can pull this back.
Yeah,
since it hasn't spent any sleep turns, I think.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, well, however, we do see the Protect, though, from the Groudon. Let's see what Tiago tries to do here. If he double targets onto the Xerneas, he probably has this, but instead, he just goes for the Hyper Voice here.
Oh, yeah, no reason not to.
Yeah. And there's the guaranteed first turn sleep for the Xerneas. And there's the Gyro Ball. So there should be a strong amount of damage, but depending on how he trains it and...
Even if it survived, though, it's just going to eat a Hyper Voice next turn.
Yep. And it looks like Tiago has this game.
Yeah, pretty well managed on his part. I mean, part of it was just getting a little bit luckier with his hypnoses, but he also, like, led better, and that just gave him better momentum from the start.
Yep, so Tiago taking this first game 2-1 in this best-of-3 series. Joshua going to have to win these next 2 games to make that comeback.
Yep. Which I definitely think he's capable of. These are both good players. They're playing similar teams. I feel like it's going to come down to who plays better, who wins, or who gets luckier.
Yeah, I think that's going to be I mean, first part definitely true, but I think the luckier part with the Hypnosis going off here.
And, like, moody boosts.
Yeah. I mean, both players are running Smeargle and Bronzong, so...
Yeah.
Gonna be lots of rolls here, depending on connecting your attacks.
Yep.
Yeah. Going into this next game, though... Smeargle leads, possibly.
Yeah. I mean, since Tiago knows that Josh's Bronzong isn't Lumberry, Smeargle is a great Pokemon to take advantage of, then just do what he wants with the field, not let the opposing Bronzong, like, get in the way of what you want to do.
Yeah. Between that, I mean, the standard lead that everyone has been using Big Sticks, Smeargle, Xerneas. That's been pretty strong. However, we do see the Bronzong. So.
Yeah, because of Bronzong, that's just like something you want to lead cautiously. Even if your opponent doesn't lead Bronzong, they can bring it very safely in the back, have Lumberry switch in on your Dark Void. Yep. But we're going to go with another very consistent lead of Salamence Smeargle against Bronzong. Bronzong Xerneas.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting lead coming out from both sides. Because, you know, you have the very fast Xerneas, the very slow Bronzong, so there's a lot more momentum you can do between switching on your side.
Yeah. I wonder if this was like a prediction of a specific lead. I feel like Xerneas just doesn't hold up too well against a lot of the things that this team has an option of leading, and it's like Bronzong doesn't really help it at all.
Yeah, I mean, between the double edge coming from the Salamence, if it decides to go straight for it, or even just switching out the Xerneas for the Groudon, you know, doesn't have to be worried about the Intimidate right now.
But, does have to be very worried about a Dark Void on his Xerneas here.
Yeah,
it's interesting how like Tiago's choosing to bring Xer in this game after Josh brought it last game, and it like didn't do anything at all for him.
Yeah, we are going to see the Salamence switch out here on Josh's side. He's going to be bringing out his own Bronzong.
He also had the option to go into like Groudon. I think that would have been a bit more aggressive, but maybe he's saying he cares about Bronzong's health a bit less, or he thinks it'll help him more in the long run.
But we do see the Dark Void miss onto Tiago's Bronzong, and the Dark Void missing with Moody activating right there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Tiago could go for Trick Room first, and then like, yeah, based on what Josh's leads were, I think that would have been okay. But the thing was, he can't go for Gravity Hypno because then Smeargle's just going to end up more accurate. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of times when you're playing these Gravity games, it's like, okay, I want to help myself, but if my opponent has low accuracy moves, I'm just helping them out by setting Gravity up for them. So.
Yeah, sometimes there's just not ways to play it smart. You just have to play it lucky.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing right now. So, I mean, even when I use Gravity too, it's like, okay, this would make me in a very good position, but if I set it up and they abuse it, then what's the point? So
Xerneas like staying in, interestingly enough.
Yeah, stays in, does the Dazzling Gleam. Smeargle does take that though, and is going to be able to fire off a Dark Void. Going to be able to connect onto Tiago's Bronzong. We do see the Lumberry pop off right here. And we'll connect onto the Xerneas, so nothing happening for Xerneas this next turn.
Yeah. I wonder if Xerneas is just going to stay on the field until it gets knocked out, or try to switch out and just hope something else doesn't take a Dark Void. But Tiago finds both of his Pokemon asleep here after fortunate blind hypnosis for Lorcy.
Yeah, I mean, he got 3 chances with the Dark Void, and it ended up connecting properly so that both of Tiago's Pokemon fell asleep right here.
Yeah. I don't know what he wants to do here. I mean, like, between Gyro and Dark Void, I think, like, he makes sure that remains a good turn for him. Tiago can burn sleep turns, but it's like, it's not going to get him too much right away.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Josh right now, I think he might want to just try and start setting up here. Like, he doesn't really have any pressure going on, and I think maybe a switch from Smeargle to, I don't know, either Groudon or Salamence. I think Groudon
go into like Groudon and go for Gravity could be good, but then I feel like you need to deal with the opposing Bronzong a little bit more first. I feel like it can very easily get in the way of like him trying to sweep with Groudon.
Yeah, we do see though Josh is going to be switching out his Smeargle, brings out his own Groudon, and now it all depends what Josh decides to do this next turn. Is he going to go straight for that Trick Room, or is he want to just, you know, set up the Gravity for this next turn?
I feel like Gyro Ball, Xerneas switch and Salamence would also be a pretty good neutral play. Like, you get guaranteed damage on the Xerneas thing, and since your Smeargle switches out after Xerneas, you'll get to intimidate a Groudon if they go into it.
Yeah, Groudon is going to be able to Primal Revert here. Get the guaranteed 1-turn sleep for Xerneas goes off, while Josh is going to target it with the Gyro Ball, taking it well under half right there. And Bronzong also burning gets 1-turn sleep as well.
What is Lorcy? Since Lorcy does have the slower Groudon, Trick Room should be a pretty big priority for him. Oh, and Tiago doesn't have his own Smeargle this game to protect him with Wide Guard from P-Blade, so yeah. I mean, I think that's what we've always known. Trick Room, Gravity Blade sweeping is Lorcy's goal, but he has to overcome hurdles like Bronzong first.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to get lucky that Bronzong remains asleep here, and I think his main bet right now is just take out that Bronzong right now, because that's definitely going to be able to...
Or if Bronzong is like missing Hypnosises, Hypnoses, it's as good as dead.
Yep, we do see the Xerneas switch out into the Salamence. That's going to be dropping Josh's Groudon by 1 stage right here. Precipice Blades is going to be able to connect, though, onto that Bronzong on Tiago's side. So that's likely looking at like a heat-proof Bronzong.
Oh, yeah.
And Bronzong is going to be able to wake up. Hypnosis, though, is going to go off, and it's going to connect onto that Groudon. So now Tiago is back in position here.
Yeah. We can't forget about the chance that that's a heavy metal Bronzong. Yeah, it has some Dream World ability that's extremely
and that's like
good.
The previous gen, though. Is that actually in this gen, though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it stayed. Like, you just get it from whatever the thing is, the friend area. But there's... So Groudon hasn't blown any sleep turns. That Nance is going to be free to get off Hyper Voices. But what does Lorcy want to do? Does he want to go for Blind Hypno on the Salamence, gyro it?
And then a quick thing to say, it looks like Steven takes the win over Jody Azzarelli. So Jody will be... Steven will be moving on to top 4.
Yeah, Steven also beat Jody in Swiss. I'm not sure if Steven made Worlds or not, but he's like not someone you see as much of, so it's interesting to see him in top 4.
Yep. Going back into the game here, Tiago is able to connect another Hypnosis onto Josh's Bronzong. This is literally just exchanging Hypnosises. It's like we said, it's just like connecting everything here.
And Salamence went for... Oh, wait, Trick Room is up?
Yep, Trick Room is up.
All right.
Hyper Voice connected on both Pokemon. Some more chip damage on there.
I wonder how this would be playing out if like either player had a way to protect their Pokemon, like with, say, Safeguard from opposing Hypnosis. It feels like neither of them really have a way to get ahead, and they kind of just have to try and get luckier than their opponent.
Yeah, pretty much. Gravity is going to get set up now for Tiago's side, and Salamence is going to get another Hyper Voice going off. Looks like a 3-hit KO possibly, but now Tiago's going to be able to reset that Trick Room now, and now his Salamence is the fastest Pokemon on the field.
Yeah, Salamence could go for a Double Edge to surely knock out the Groudon, or choose the Hyper Voice to get some more damage on Bronzong, but he still has to worry about getting hit by a Blind Hypnosis.
Yep. No, Gravity is up, right? Isn't it?
Oh yeah, Gravity.
Yeah, Gravity's up. Yeah. So much stuff to be paying attention to. Hypnosis is flying. Gravity is somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it's a little bit surprising to see Gravity after like both of them avoided it for so long, and now like which one of them is going to be able to get more use out of it? If this Groudon can't stay alive, it's not him. It's not Lorcy.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as. I mean, at least. Well, okay. Looking at the field though, Josh has more of an advantage to take with it because he has the Groudon Precipice Blades, but only Tiago's able to use it just for Hypnosis here. But I mean, still useful. Tiago will be able to find a way to use it later, perhaps. Groudon is going to be switching out, though, on Josh's side. He'll be switching that out for the Smeargle. Now, Smeargle's able to take advantage with the Dark Void here.
Yeah, I think Smeargle's just about to take an L this turn. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Either Hyper Voice or Dead.
Yep, and there we go. Double Edge is going to connect onto that Smeargle, get some recoil damage, but now doesn't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah,
I like the choice of Double Edge. Just make sure you get the Bronzong. The Groudon kill if it decides to stay in, but now your man's...
Yep, now Salamon's going to take a quick nap here, and another Hypnosis is going to fire off again. Oh my... I can only imagine how Japan Nationals was. This is like pretty much literally what it was like. Yeah, but I don't know. There's like some diversity in those teams that didn't have Zong. Yeah. But I mean, like 4 of them, though, I know did carry the Hypnosis. So yeah. I can only imagine how those games played out. So we're watching it right now. Oh, yeah. And now... Groudon's probably, like, in terms of sleep turns, going to be able to attack before... Salamence wakes up. Yeah, before Tiago can do anything about it. But Salamence probably, like, well, it's 2-hit KO'd by Blades, I'd assume. Nothing too special. Yep, I mean, I guess right now, though, he wants to be taking out the Bronzong here. Won't have to be worrying about that Hypnosis anymore. Oh, and he has a sleepy Xerneas in the back? Yeah, he does. I think, did it take a guaranteed 1-turn sleep, I think? Yeah, one turn. Yeah, okay. So, you know, Salamence gets the sleep for that turn. Groudon gets a sleep. Gyro Ball going to go off here. You know, not much it can really do here right now. But at this point, like, he's just trying to make sure he can get in Hyper Voice range. And I feel like at this point, sure, go for it. Get some more damage on Bronzong since you really do need to get rid of it. It would be funny to see Tiago's, like, Salamence wake up, even though it got subbed, like, much more recently than the Groudon. But if it gets a 1-turn, it will. Yeah, this is all rolls right now. And, you know... However, Salamence still going to be falling asleep right now. Groudon, though, is going to wake up. Precipice Blades, that's going to connect here. We'll take out Tiago's Bronzong, and good chunk damage there, taking Salamence right under half.
Yeah. I can't remember if Bronzong is Intimidate or anything. Well, it's not waking up anyways.
Yeah, Bronzong not doing anything this turn. Tiago going to be replacing.
Oh, wait, but Tiago could go into his own Groudon and pick up an easy double KO with his own blades here.
Yeah.
A wake up for Josh would have been like enormous there, since he can just go for his own Trick Room and then like be able to get actual damage off. That's a huge deal.
Yep, it's all dependent on if he's going to be able to wake up this turn.
I mean, even if he isn't he just going to get dunked by blades before anything can happen?
Yep.
I think the only thing Josh can do is protect Groudon, probably assume that Bronzong gets KO'd, and then go into Salamence. I don't know what that's going to do.
Yep, agreed.
Tiago has like Tailwind. He can even go for that as well.
Yeah, I mean, Tiago right now does have the advantage right now with his full health Groudon right now. So if he's able, Gravity's still up, going to be able to connect that Precipice Blades. So.
Yeah, even if he has like a pretty useless Xerneas in the back, I just think that Groudon's going to win him the game.
Yep. But, going to this turn, though, I mean, it all depended if Sal's able to get up and wake up here and Precipice Blades connects. I think Tiago would have it.
Gravity's up, right?
Yeah. So.
I just don't think there's a way out of this for Josh.
Yeah, I think Tiago has this game sealed up. Groudon, though, is going to be protecting here this turn.
Yeah, nice to see Lorcy just not throwing in the hat.
Yeah, there's the Tailwind going off. And, once Precipice Blades connects. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, Bronzong going to take a real dirt nap. And we know that Josh's last is a Salamence, right? That has Mega'd.
Yes, it is.
But with it being slower, even if it... Oh, okay. But he's still just going to, like... Alright, so I think if Josh gets a double protect on his Groudon, he remains in this...
He's going to agree to that. I mean, he needs that right now.
I think he's going to need a triple protect.
I mean, he could also double protect and get a Tailwind off himself if he wanted to.
No,
try and
like
do that.
Tailwind and protect is the only thing I think he can do this turn.
Yeah, because would Hyper Voice be enough to take out the Mega Salamence? But
Hyper Voice plus Plead Blades is not going to take out a Mega Mets because it's at -1.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, this turn I definitely think you just do Tailwind and
Tailwind,
protect.
yeah. Because then by the time Tailwind expires, he'll be faster and have another turn.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, how many more turns of Tailwind does Oh, Tiago has all 3 turns of Tailwind, doesn't he?
Yeah, he just started.
Groudon misses the protect.
Then the protect. Hyper Voice takes out the Groudon. And I think this is the end.
His Salamence would have taken a double target P-Blades. Oh, goes for Fire Punch?
Yeah.
Did Gravity wear off? I think so.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah, Gravity went off last time.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's game.
Yeah, just about.
Yep. Hey,
actually, all right. So Josh can get.
Critical?
No, because the Groudon is faster and the burn. Without the burn, he could get like enough protects into crit Hyper Voices. I don't know. The game's over.
Yeah, let's just say that. That's like so much luck happening right there. I mean, maybe that could have happened if had he not gotten burned. So.
Yeah. Tailwind.
Yeah. There's the protect, there's the sleep, there's the fire punch.
Yeah, without the burn, he would have had a minuscule chance of coming out of this.
Yep, he would need to
I don't think it matters too much.
Yeah, it's the end already. Hey, I see the forfeit, and Tiago will be taking this best of 3 series 2-0.
All right, Josh unable to return to his spot in top 4, which he came to last year. That was kind of like his breakout event, and Tiago now stealing the spotlight.
Yep. And we will be coming back with the top 4. Stay tuned.